From your local election headquarters, this is Big Country Politics on KTAB.
Okay, welcome back to Big Country Politics. We are joined by John Meyer and Catherine Bisson. They are with the West Texas Homeless Network, is that correct?
Yes.
And they are here to talk to us. Something we've talked about on the news a lot is the mayor's challenge to end homelessness. And I want to ask you about that. I mean, it seems when you hear that, when you hear ending homelessness in Abilene, it seems like an impossible task. Tell us about it. Tell us kind of how it started, how this whole thing started.
Well, I think how we came about this, addressing this and looking at doing this challenge with the mayor was the enacting of our systems. So we had a lot of systems change in the past year and a half, where we focused on improving our homeless systems, our crisis intervention systems. And what it did was it allowed us to better track and better have better knowledge of those that are currently homeless in our city. And so by gathering that information and having these systems in place, it allowed us to look at one of our subpopulations, the veterans in our city that are currently homeless, and seeing if we could end veteran homelessness with the mayor's challenge.
And that's what I was going to say. That was the focus here, to ending homelessness. It's ending homelessness for veterans here in town, correct?
Yes, and I think another misconception people have about ending homelessness for any population is that that means no one's ever going to be on the street again, and that's not what it means when we talk about that. What it really means is that when someone does get evicted or someone is on the street for whatever reason, or experiencing homelessness, that it's rare, that it's brief, and that it's non-reoccurring. So that's what we mean when we say ending homelessness.
I see. So you think about somebody who is homeless. How do you identify those who are in that situation?
A lot of it is outreach. A lot of it is outreach to the places that our homeless neighbors utilize for services, whether it be food kitchens, soup kitchens, whether it be the emergency shelter. It may be just outreach on the streets to contact our homeless neighbors. And
that's what I was going to say. There's boots out in the streets, people actually going out and finding people who are homeless, right?
Right, and so that's where a lot of our homeless neighbors come into our systems, is through our outreach efforts. But we also have a entry location for our homeless neighbors to come and basically do what we call an assessment to evaluate their status for our crisis intervention system.
It seems difficult. I mean, I would imagine that somebody who is homeless wouldn't want to come forward and give their information for one reason or another. It seems like a difficult task.
I think this speaks to what John was saying earlier about improving our systems as a whole. Is there's already people that are forming those relationships with people experiencing homelessness, but now we're getting together as community partners and really talking about, okay, we're looking for this person. Do you know where they are? Are they still in need of housing? And we're getting together on a regular basis because we know it's not any just one or two of us or any one or two organizations. It has to be the system as a whole.
You guys are going to those resources who are helping people who are in that situation of homelessness, reaching out to them, and you guys are kind of pooling your resources, I guess.
Yes, and we actually are meeting once a month through Home Again West Texas, and we have case conferencing where we all get together. All the different homeless service providers get together. And
y'all just kind of talk about kind of what's going on?
Yeah.
What's that meeting like? I'd be curious about that. Describe that meeting.
A lot of it is obviously updates as far as what is going on here with the providers in town, changes, program updates. But then a lot of it is what we call case conferencing. So it's talking about those tough cases, those that usually are our most vulnerable homeless neighbors, and not only identifying them, but getting information from providers like, have you had contact with one of our homeless neighbors that's high up on the priority list to get housing? And so a lot of it is just talking about solutions for problems that have come about during this process, and looking at how we're going to address and meet the needs of our homeless neighbors.
And the beauty of it too, to me, is we get to hear the success stories, which is just keeps us being able to continue doing the work we're doing. So a lot of times people may get housed or may get assistance through a different organization, and we had originally assessed them or worked with them, and so to get to see the end result is just so much it's very rewarding to get to know where they ended up.
You guys, you said y'all been doing this, all started back in October, right? That y'all been working on this, correct?
Well, I think we kind of started working on it as a community back in January, really back in the summer of 2017, building our systems and changing our systems. So it's all been a continuous effort to improve our systems and come together as out of our silos from our organizations and work together under one umbrella.
That's an interesting way to describe that, a silo. And then you're coming out of that and putting all of your information together. You talked about results, hearing those success stories. When we come back in just a couple of minutes here on Big Country Politics, we're going to talk about the results of the Mayor's Challenge, right? All right, we'll be right back.